Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this unplanned Wyatt Sicks video. We've got so much to talk about and I know a lot of people have asked, will we get the Wyatt Sicks this weekend? My feeling, of course, is yes. I didn't expect them on SmackDown because SmackDown is, I think they've made it very clear, SmackDown is not the show that they're going to feature on. They're going to feature on Raw, and I think they're trying hard to kind of get people into that mindset of tune into Raw. Tune into Raw, that's where you'll get the next chapter in the Wyatt Sicks story. But what about premium live events? Because we get Raw and SmackDown superstars on those. They're big shows, and yeah, why not? I know that they're not on the card. They don't have a match, but Chad Gable does. And I definitely think, and I know many of you do as well, that Chad Gable is probably in a bit of trouble. It's probably going to be uncomfortable for Chads. A lot of people thinking there's a chance that he could be attacked before the Money in the Bank match, and then we get a replacement in the match, or he gets attacked during the Money in the Bank match. So either way, I definitely expect to see them. And the big things that I wanted to talk to you about, this was the first one. Now, we touched on this in yesterday's Unseen, but I've actually got the article that we need. So this figure here, this was Bray in the Pitch Black match. Now, I don't think we talk about this character enough because this is not The Fiend. This is not Wyndham. This is not Bray. This is not Funhouse Bray, right? This is a whole different character, which we've never really spoke about because the Pitch Black match was not very well received. So this character sort of got lost in the shuffle. And not only that, we only ever saw this character once. We didn't know its name. People had different thoughts and theories on it. Like, was this the Fiend in like Pitch Black match mode, right? I never thought it was because he puts this mask on after the match. He actually wrestles without the mask. It's not very, like, this isn't what the Fiend wears. This isn't what the Fiend looks like. This was a different creation. I thought this was incredible. I love this character. I think this character is so cool. And that was it. I mean, we honestly didn't know any more about the character. But it was mentioned yesterday that in an article, the character is spoke about, and we've got the article. So here is Ethan, Emphatic Rage 16. If we actually go here and go full screen, right? So here, obviously, don't read the rest of it because it's probably like, do you know what I mean? You got to buy the magazine, whatever. So ignore all of that. Don't read that. Don't you dare pause this and read that, right? Right, but down here, we've got, it says, right? It says, in 2021, Wyndham was, I feel like I'm in like some sort of like sexy magazine, like a sexy calendar, you know? Hang on. In 2021, Wyndham was released from WWE, and in 2022, he was rehired. And the call came in again. I'm coming back, and I don't want to do the Fiend. So we created Uncle Howdy and a character nicknamed Sicks for the 2023 Raw. It's right there. It is right flipping there. These are the words of Jason Baker. This is the guy that created a lot of the characters you're seeing now and worked with Bray on The Fiend and all of those creations. So here he is talking about Bray's return. Fascinating. I did not know this. Like, I did not know this. This to me is like mind-blowing. Honestly, absolutely mind-blowing. Because I love that character and I never knew that. I never knew what its name was. And I don't know if it even has an official name because they're saying its nickname was Sicks. That was its nickname. So, oh man, I love it. I love it. So yeah, this is available now. Don't read it. I mean, I don't know if it's an older issue. It's, I don't even know what it's called. Fantasia. Fantoria. It's some sort of horror magazine. But yeah, a whole interview with Jason Baker in there. Right, as well as that as well, we've got other stuff. It wasn't just that mind-blowing thing, it was this as well. So Young Jojo Production, shout out to you, spotted this, as did many of you, that this Wyatt Door construction thing was on the wall that shows how to make the Wyatt Door, which I just think is so fascinating. First of all, I didn't know it was called the Wyatt Door, but it's the door that Bray walked through at Extreme Rules. It's the door that Nikki crawled through. I mean, it's so interesting that this is what it's called. So this is the Wyatt Door, and it was backstage. So seemingly, I'm guessing this is the Wyatt Sicks telling us that the door is going to feature this weekend. They're going to make their presence felt. I don't think this is WWE telling us, because, I mean, I don't think WWE are really on good terms with the Wyatt Sicks. So either we were not meant to see this, or the Wyatt Sicks have put this up for us to see. So yeah, this is really interesting, a really good spot, really exciting. Why would you have this there unless you needed it? So it very much implies that we're getting the Wyatt Door this weekend. Shane B said, can you see the Six in the background? It's hard to miss. But there we go. I mean, look, I think this is probably coincidental. I mean, I don't know if they set the stage up here for that reason. Maybe they did, but I don't know the layout of the building. Maybe there's a stage always there. I don't know. If they did it for that reason, that's pretty wild. But it's a great spot, because there's the Six. There's Chad Gable coming out at the same time. So there's the Six. There's Chad Gable. Again, I'm leaning towards coincidental, but I'm not 100% certain. It's a really good spot. So yeah, well done. The Six on the pillar as Chad was coming out. Here's the Real Steel, who said, do you suppose it might have to do with the black light? WWE is encouraging fans to wear white at Money in the Bank, and they're even handing out white towels. They want a white out, which I think's amazing, because it opens up the possibility of what do you do with that? If the crowd are all wearing white, right? Everyone's wearing white. What can you do with that? I think you can do projections. I mean, I think back to WrestleMania 33 when we projected in the ring and we had like worms and things and everything. Like, I think back to that. And I'm like, could you imagine when the Wyatt Sicks come out that we actually get like some projections on the crowds? Like, that could look really cool. It could look amazing at home. I mean, if you're WWE and you're going to ask your fans to all wear white and have white towels, you've got to want to do something with that. Maybe it is just a visual thing, and it, like, apparently other sports do it. But I think that WWE are in a unique position to go a few steps further and actually use it as part of entrances. You don't really get that many entrances in basketball, maybe when the teams first come out or they come back out for like the next quarter. But in WWE, you get loads of entrances. So I feel like you could definitely use that, and definitely use it for the Wyatt Sicks. So visually, it should look very impressive tomorrow. Real Steel wondering if it might be something to do with the black light that gets used, and it could be. This is Wrestle Night, and this was a brilliant spot. So here in this video, you can see a weird figure in dark clothing and a bright white face. They walk up top and they pan out. The figure walks out at the exact same time as Gable. So the figure walks out. When Gable walks out, the camera spots them, and then apparently in the other picture, they're not there. So here, they're not there. This is as Gable is about to walk out, right? Then they are there. That is the figure that is being spoken about. And apparently this is as Gable is on stage. And then like moments later, they're not there. The only thing I would say is I feel like they are this side of the pillar, right? So they're this side of the pillar, and then we're not looking at the same area. The pillar is there, so they should be here. So they're not there, but I don't think they were ever there. I think they're here if you compare those two pictures. So I can't say that they vanished, but equally I don't know who that is. Apparently they emerged at the exact same time as Chad Gable. It could be a fan, right? It could be a fan. It could be a message or something. I mean, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it and see if I can make anything else out myself. But I don't know. It's an excellent spot. It's an excellent spot. Maybe it's just someone that loves black and has got long black hair and, you know, hasn't seen the sunlight in a long time. Me. Perhaps it's me. But I think that's a great spot, and maybe something, before we get too carried away, that needs to be looked into a little bit further. But yeah, look at that. It is interesting. It is interesting. Wrestling Rianne. So we're going to wrap up on this because I don't think there's anything else. Chad Gable addressed the Wyatt Sicks attacks, confident and taunting, and was essentially mocking their presence, stating that he's gonna look them dead in the eyes if they show up at Money in the Bank, unlike other cowards. He is a beacon of perseverance, showing a brave face. He was very much goading them, and it does very much feel like they're going to make their presence felt in his match, and obviously the attack during the match or before the match. But if the door is going to be used, that would sort of imply it's going to be during the match. So I don't know, unfortunately, that we're going to get a replacement, which is a real shame. I would absolutely love for Sammy to take Chad's place. But if we're getting the door and all of that, I mean, that would feel like it's probably going to be a big thing during the show, you know, unless they're going to have a segment as well. Maybe they attack Chad backstage, but maybe we get like a Wyatt Sicks segment. I'd be down for that. That would be better. Imagine if the group come down and they cut a live promo in the ring. Oh my God, that would be the best. Chad gets attacked backstage. Sammy gets to take his spot. And we also get like a Wyatt Sicks promo in the ring, the first one. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. So there we go. Appreciate all of the support. I'm going to run away and work on a few other bits and bobs. I was going to do an unseen tonight, but I really thought there was a few things here that we needed to get out there. That Wyatt Door, I think, is amazing. The update to the Sicks information, that mystery figure. So there was just a few things that I wanted to make sure we got out there. So don't forget, we are live this weekend. We will be live hours before the countdown show, and we'll go straight through the countdown show, straight through Money in the Bank, reacting to anything and everything that goes down. We'll be here during NXT Heatwave as well. We'll be going all throughout that. We're back for Raw. We'll be going all throughout that. We're back for NXT. We'll be going all throughout that. If it's happening in WWE, we're covering it, right? We're all over it. So stop by, say hello, share your thoughts. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.